Hi, this is Steve Hutchinson with Hutchinson Family Offices, and one of the things we like to do is to give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about our team members. And so we put together a group of videos as we've interviewed these individuals, and so you can kind of get a little bit more background. I mean, you hear from them on a day-to-day basis or once a week or however it might be. Want to give you a little bit more information about them maybe that you're not familiar with. Today I'm talking to Todd Walker. Todd is the Senior Portfolio Manager for the family office. His responsibilities are primarily to manage the portfolio team and position the assets for our clients based upon their level of volatility, or some would perceive it as risk, but quite frankly, how much volatility are they willing to see in the financial markets? Todd, you've been with our firm for how long? When did you first join?
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
So if my math doesn't fail me, that's
a long time.
14 years, huh?
Yes.
And your background in the business, this is your first foray into portfolio management, where you're actually running portfolios aside from clients that you worked with.
Yes.
But now you're running them for clients that, a lot of them, are clients of other advisors and things of that nature.
Yes.
So before we get much into your work, let's talk a little bit about your family. Your wife, Teresa?
We've been married for 27 years.
27 years.
Yes.
Wow,
So,
that's fantastic. Yeah. And you have two sons, Ethan and Camden. Now, you also have a daughter.
Yep, I have a daughter, Emily.
Emily.
Yes.
Now, where's your daughter live at now?
She lives in Charleston. She just moved.
She just moved from Charlotte to Charleston.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, Ethan, what about Ethan?
Ethan is currently, he just found out that he's got a job, and he's getting ready to move to Phoenix.
Yeah, he has a education in financial services. I know he spent some time with us.
He did a lot of
during the
research for us
summer
and things like
stuff
that.
like that. So this will give him an opportunity to get a snapshot with other people in the industry.
Yes, exactly.
What about Cam?
Camden goes to NC State. He's in the PGM program. And
PGM, what is that?
Professional Golf Management.
Okay.
So he just plays a lot of golf, and
but he aspires to.
He wants to work like for one of the tour trucks on the PGA Tour.
Okay.
Or if that doesn't work, then he's going to just focus more on business management and go into some other finance type jobs.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about your background. I'm sure folks want to know more than what you do on a day-to-day basis. When did you start in the business?
1994.
1994.
Yep.
And of course, you worked with several firms. I know you had a banking background at some particular point.
Yes.
Primarily in the mortgage crisis area.
Yeah, exactly. I worked in REO, or real estate owned division.
Yeah.
And was supervisor over that division, handling foreclosed properties all across the United States.
And this was when we had a lot of problems with the S&L issues and stuff like that. They were banks were taking back the real estate. The government was making it was very complex type of business.
Yes, and a lot of bank mergers, and sometimes not friendly. And so you would have bad situations when you would go in looking at proproperties and things like that.
That's a great background and experience that you bring to the organization. Now, let's talk a little bit about portfolio management. We have a number of different models that we work with, and depending on what a family is looking to do with their asset base and the level of volatility they're willing to take on, one of your responsibilities is to talk to that family. Give me an idea of kind of how that works.
Yeah, when we have a new client come in, I usually set up a call with them to sort of get a feel for who they are, what their investment experience has been, and what their goals and objectives are for the money. And then what we try to do is to try to develop a portfolio that's going to meet those needs and to make sure that they can sleep good at night. That's our big thing, is we know how to take, how to go against the risk as far as protect them against volatility. And so what I try to do is to make sure I put them in the right models so they're going to be comfortable and they're not going to have a lot of anxiety, because that's our job, is to take care of that and let them just enjoy their retirement.
Yeah, or retirement or accumulation
Yes.
side, because, no one wants to wake up in the middle of the night with a cold sweat worrying about what they're going to see on the financial markets the next day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that's your job.
Yeah, that's why I'm gray-headed right now. So yes.
So being very candid about this, I mean, that's quite a responsibility that you have. And then on top of that, with the investment committee, you're also responsible for putting together the portfolio. And give me an idea of how let our clients know and people know how we research the companies that we do.
Yeah, we do a lot of reading, but also we have a really good resource and fact set, which we look at a lot of different financials of each company. And what we try to do is we try to take all the emotion out of picking a company. We try to make everything be more of a procedure basis. And so we look at price targets, and we look at median price targets, which means that there's 20 analysts that are going to have a price target. We're going to choose what the average or the middle price target is going to be. So there's going to be just as many analysts that think it's going to go higher and that think it's going to go lower. And then we base our buy and sell recommendations based upon those numbers.
And so when you put the portfolio together with different stocks, different funds that we might use or something of that nature, this is all grounded in the research that we do. Now, of course, we have to remind ourselves the old rule that we could pick the best company in the world, have the greatest financials there is, and we could just sit in the stock and spin our wheels.
Yes, exactly. If there's not more people wanting to buy it than selling it, then we're going to be in trouble.
That's right. We're just not going to make any money.
That's exactly right.
And
it
I
doesn't
think over
always
the years that you and I have been in that situation many times. Boy, we really like this company, but right now nobody wants to own it.
Exactly. We're just early a lot of times.
Early. So. Or if we buy it too high, we might be late.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. All right. So, and also too, you have an associate works directly for you, Cole Hickman. Cole's responsibilities, of course, is connecting with you on the portfolios, and he also manages our covered call strategy and some other aspects. So how does that enter into it?
Yeah, what that does is that lowers our overall volatility of a portfolio compared to the benchmarks, and it adds a layer of income that we're going to be able to go. So ideally what we're trying to do is, no matter what the market's doing, whether up or down, our clients are making money on some part of their portfolio.
Yeah, we're looking for a lower volatility in the portfolio with a more aggregate return. We're not looking to swing for the fences.
Exactly.
We're very comfortable, coming in at the benchmark or a little better and go from there. We're not really trying, if clients want to go out and get the 30%ers, the 40-100s, whatever, that involves a lot more. In fact, that's a little difficult for us to do.
Yeah, and the majority of our clients they're more worried about outliving their money than hitting home runs on their portfolios.
Well, particularly with inflation on the rise. If you realize that the cost of retirement, your retirement income, over the next year may go up as 6 or 8% or more.
Yeah.
If you're not getting a solid return in your portfolio, you're going to be eating into that principal a little bit more. Absolutely. So that's really good. Yeah. So in all the years that you've been here with us, you've worked with the portfolio. Of course, you have a group of clients that you work with directly.
Yes, correct.
And you also interface with the other clients on their portfolios. What have you seen? What do you feel is the greatest attribute or the greatest value that we return back to our clients?
I think we provide a calming effect in our years of experience that we have. We've been through most everything our clients are going to go through, especially after COVID, because who saw that coming? But the one thing in my calls with the people during COVID, when the markets were down 28 to 33%, we were down a lot less. And so it was our job to worry about it and to position improperly. And without our experience, we may have made more rash decisions going to cash and things like that. So, I mean, it's something you can't buy. It's just the 25 years of experience I have.
And I remember when you first started working with us and we were going into this, and back in the old days, we would call it around here, where I used to trade in my pajamas. And it would take me all day to trade.
Absolutely.
And we didn't have the systems we have now. We went through some pretty horrendous markets together.
Yeah, we really did.
We did. I mean, we went through, we go back to 2008 and 7, 8.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there were days that we just didn't know whether the financial markets would even survive.
Yeah, exactly.
We had no idea. We had never experienced anything like that.
That's
And
absolutely
then
correct.
previous to that, of course, I've had my share of it. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to point out is that, along with you, Cole, and I heard someone say, you and Cole and me, the way we work on the portfolio, we've got 3 generations of experience here.
And we all think we're right.
Yeah, we all think we're right. Doesn't matter what it is.
That's the dynamic that's
There we
kind of
go.
fun sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know one thing. I know our clients appreciate the work you do for them. I know that they enjoy the interaction with you. They believe that that's very, very important. Some folks, unfortunately, the only relationship they have is a standalone financial advisor. We're very, very different in that we have tax advisors, portfolio advisors, and then, of course, your financial advisor.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
a lot more interaction, and you're certainly a big part of the team. And if you have any questions you'd like to direct to Todd personally, feel free to give him a call or shoot an email to him. Thank you.